After the surprisingly thoughtful feedback on my last post, I felt compelled to share another perspective. I want to be incredibly clear about my intentions. I am a girl's girl. This isn't about judgment or criticism. It is an invitation for us to reflect together on the narratives we've been told to embrace. While my last post was directed at the men, this one is for us. I've been thinking deeply about our current dopamine-driven culture and the intense pressure on women to seek external validation. Today, there is a constant pull to display our bodies and a desperate need to feel desired. For some, this manifests as crossing boundaries, seeking attention from unavailable men, or using sexuality as the primary shortcut to feeling valued. What concerns me most is that we have started labeling all of this empowerment. To me, that feels dishonest. For instance, becoming an OnlyFans model is often framed as a badge of freedom, but for many, it seems rooted more in insecurity and a hunger for validation than in actual liberation. There was a time when the ultimate goal of the women's movement was for us to be seen as whole people defined by our minds, our character, and our contributions rather than being reduced to our sexual value. Somewhere along the way, that perspective shifted. We owe it to each other to be honest. We should be able to question whether these modern narratives actually serve us in the long term without being accused of hating. Choosing sex work is a personal choice, and I am not critiquing those doing what they must for survival. My critique is of a culture that sells these choices as the pinnacle of empowerment when they may actually be unhealthy. In the end, I can't help but feel that there is something much cooler and more powerful about being a woman of depth and integrity. There is an undeniable strength in having a solid sense of self, being a woman who cannot be easily accessed or consumed by the masses. Isn't it more valuable to be known for who you are, rather than simply how much you are desired by everyone? Comments. Being an OnlyFans model is not automatically empowerment. For many, it seems to be about validation and insecurity, not freedom. Being an OnlyFans model is never about empowerment. It's always about validation and insecurity, often coupled with unrealistic expectations of where it will go for the performer. Teenage girls think they can make six figures doing this, only to ruin many of their prospects for a career, husband, even certain social circles. It's not empowering. It's destructive and predatory, almost exclusively. This is not what feminism was originally about. It is now. There's a reason there's a no feminism rule on this sub. The term is meaningless today. You could argue for pages with another user only to find out you both have degrees in feminist intersectionality from the same college. It means what the user wants it to mean.